Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to Geek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Who is this?
Big Bucket.
Big Buckus. Walter Payton, it's the man. Finds Cole Kmet wide open. Touchdown Bears. Let's go. Who is this?
Georgia.
Nice throw, Jay Field. I think I can fit in as like a water boy for the Panthers or something. I'm not talking about getting on the field, It's picked off. Picked off an end zone by Kyler Gordon. Let's go. Put some respect on Kyler Gordon's name. And as always, bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
What is going on, Chicago Bears fans? Good morning, every single one. Free agency has officially opened up for the Chicago Bears, and the Chicago Bears have got things going by signing running back Deandre Swift to a 3-year, $24 million deal, with about $15.3 million of that is guaranteed. I know this comes by some of a surprise. We've been hearing a lot about Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley. No, the Chicago Bears go out and get Deandre Swift. And Deandre Swift, to me, is also a very solid player. I believe he's about 5'9", 200 something pounds, had a very strong season for the for the Philadelphia Eagles last season. He had over 1,000 rushing yards, made his very first Pro Bowl. This is a very strong player. Throughout his career in the National Football League, he has had 4.6 yards per carry. This is a very effective back when healthy. Obviously, we saw a lot of Deandre Swift during his time with the Detroit Lions. I am not upset about this pickup whatsoever. I think he will definitely fit the mold and what we're trying to build here in Chicago, especially understanding what Shane Waldron wants in his offense. This is a very shifty running back in Deandre Swift, can catch the ball out of the backfield as well. This is a very strong signing. Like I said, it caught me a little bit off guard this morning, knowing that we had a chance to get Saquon Barkley, had a chance to get Josh Jacobs, but obviously I feel like you get a cheaper option in Deandre Swift, getting him for about $8 million a year. Obviously, Saquon Barkley would have been 10 or more. Josh Jacobs would have been 10 or more. I think Deandre Swift, coming off the season that he just had, is good value for the Chicago Bears. And now you add him to the three-headed monster with Khalil Herbert, with Roschon Johnson, right? So I think it's a very strong signing for the Chicago Bears to start things off. And this is only going to get things started, right? This is the very first signing for the Chicago Bears. Literally 5 minutes before free agency actually opened up, Adam Schefter said the Bears are going to make a strong push to get Deandre Swift to the Chicago Bears. And they got it done. They got it done really fast. They got their guy at running back. So now we have a three-headed monster in the backfield. Once again, from Adam Schefter, the Bears are giving Deandre Swift a 3-year, $24.5 million deal, including $15.3 million guaranteed. That was per his agent, Trayvon Smith, at Athletes First. So congratulations to Deandre Swift. Let's go ahead and welcome Deandre Swift in the chat. This is the first of many signings. Obviously, it's not like the wow sign that we were expecting, but Deandre Swift is a very solid player for the Chicago Bears. And I think it's going to end up being a good fit, especially understanding what Shane Waldron wants to do within this offense. Let's go ahead and go in the chat, see what you guys think about the move of Deandre Swift coming to Chicago. We have Antoine Jackson. What's going on, Antoine? Thank you so much for tuning in. Up in here, what up, Keek? What's going on with you? Thank you so much for tuning in. Darius says, let's go. Yes, let's go. The first of many signings for the Chicago Bears. We have Darnell. Darnell says, let's go. Bear down to you as well. Jared says, what do you think about our new running back? I actually really like the move. It's not what I was expecting, right? I was expecting Saquon Barkley or Josh Jacobs, but obviously the Bears hit it well. And like 5 minutes before free agency opened up, they said that they were interested in Deandre Swift, and they got the deal done. So we got our new running back. I think it's great value. Just like I mentioned, Deandre Swift had a really good season last year. He had about a little bit over 1,000 yards. I believe it was 1,049 rushing yards. I need to look more into him, but I think it's a very strong signing. It's a strong deal for him as well. Once again, 3 years, $24.5 million deal. With $15 million guaranteed. And the thing is, he's only 25 years old. He's still ascending as a player, so has a lot left in the tank. And I think that's what the big factor was here, right? Getting good value for your buck. I think for him, as long as he can stay healthy, and that's with any player that you sign, as long as he can stay healthy, I think he's going to be a very effective player for the Chicago Bears moving forward. Someone asked, how old is he? He is 25 years old. So still very young, still a lot left in the tank. Someone said, good morning. Good morning to you as well. Someone said he didn't do much in Detroit, but he had a really good season in Philadelphia. Obviously, Philadelphia has a really good offensive line. So I think the Bears are thinking that, our offensive line is an ascending group here in Chicago. If the offensive line does their job, that's going to be a great signing for the Chicago Bears. Someone asked, how old is DeAndre Swift? He is 25 years old. 25 years old. Someone said, great signing, power and speed. Yeah, power and speed from DeAndre Swift. Like I said, it's not what I was expecting for the Bears to be the first sign. I really expected Josh Jacobs. I really did. Josh Jacobs or Saquon Barkley. But the Bears definitely threw us for a loop. Obviously, Mike Garfloro said the Bears have agreed to terms with running back DeAndre Swift on a 3-year, $24 million deal. After a career year with the Eagles, Swift heads to Chicago to be a big piece in Shane Waldron's offense. Once again, Shane Waldron, going back to his days in Seattle, where he had Kenneth Walker, right? He had a couple other backs over there. He loves multiple different types of running backs. Now he has 3 in DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert, and Roschon Johnson. So I'm expect DeAndre Swift to be a big part of the Chicago Bears offense, a huge part. Someone said he also has experience running in the North Division. Yes, absolutely. He's used to the cold, right? He has been a part of the NFC North. So him coming back to NFC North is probably definitely exciting for him. He gets to go against the Detroit Lions twice a year again. So I think that's very exciting for DeAndre Swift. Let's go ahead and welcome DeAndre Swift in the chat, as the Chicago Bears just signed him to a 3-year, $24 million deal to kick free agency off for the NFL. Eric said, let's go. Bear down. Poles is building the Bears in the right direction. Yeah, and Ryan Poles is going to continue to build the Bears his way. Make sure that he is bringing the right pieces into place for good value as well. He's not just going to sign anyone, right? He just wants to make sure he's getting the right people as well, not just the player. Someone says D'Onta Foreman's still on the team. No, I think D'Onta Foreman is probably not going to be on the team next year. Yeah, D'Onta Foreman probably won't be on the team next year. Once again, I'm trying to give you guys the latest news as I'm talking about DeAndre Swift. I'm making sure that the Bears don't sign anyone else. We're not breaking news on that as well. Obviously, maybe the Bears decide to go to DeAndre Swift because they have other things in plan. Danielle Hunter's still on the board. Christian Wilkins is still on the board, right? So maybe they're in works and trying to get one of those guys as well. Maybe they decided that, okay, we can still get a really good running back in DeAndre Swift for cheaper than Saquon Barkley or Josh Jacobs. And then we'll go spend our money on the defensive line, right? Or maybe like a center or something, or edge rusher. So still a lot to come, Bears fans, still a lot to come. Ian Rappaport just said that DeAndre Swift gets $16.5 million in his first 2 years, an average of 8.25 over the 2 years. So it's probably a front-loaded contract for DeAndre Swift. But once again, like I said, love the production from DeAndre Swift last year. I think he's going to bring that here to Chicago. Once again, you get a good mixture of power and good mix of power and speed with DeAndre Swift. So I do like that. Once again, he's only 25 years old, 5'9", 216 pounds, 229 attempts. He had 1,049 rushing yards. He had 4.6 average yards per carry last year with the Philadelphia Eagles and 5 rushing touchdowns. And obviously that was a breakout year for DeAndre Swift. He got traded to the Eagles looking for a fresh start, and definitely showcased what he can actually do when he's put in the right situation. So I think this is a low-key, really good signing for the Chicago Bears and Ryan Poles. Personally, I would give it probably like a B+ grade. I think it's a great signing for Ryan Poles to start things off. Good value, $8.25 million in the first 2 years. So not breaking the bank on a running back, but you're still getting a good value for a good running back coming to Chicago. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of moves. Obviously Travis Travis Homer may stay as a special teamer. Someone said we need a wide receiver. Yeah, it's early in free agency, Bears fans. It's really, really early in free agency. This is not going to be the only move that the Bears make, but obviously they fell in love with DeAndre Swift, and they wanted to get a deal done. So far in free agency, the Bears have re-signed Jalen Johnson. They have signed Kevin Byard, and now they have added running back DeAndre Swift to a 3-year, $24 million deal. I think it's good. Bears started off free agency. This was I believe the very first signing, right when free agency opened. Like I said, to me, it was a little bit of a shock because I really thought it was going to be Josh Jacobs or Saquon Barkley, but I'll take it. I'll take it. My dad just texted me and said, "Is this our big splash?" I don't think this is our big splash. I really don't. I hope it's not our big splash, but I think he's a solid player. Let's go ahead and go to the chat once again. He said, "Yo, we got a dog. Hopefully we keep Fields because him and that second year round Johnson could go the fuck off. Bear the fuck down. Bear down to you as well, Anthony. Thank you for tuning in." Once again, trying to look at more news. I think this is a surprise for a lot of people, honestly. I don't think a lot of Bears fans expected. No one like there wasn't a lot of Bears content creators or people around the media talking about the Bears being interested in DeAndre Swift until 5 minutes before free agency opened. That's when the interest for DeAndre Swift came up, right? So the one thing I do like is that, in terms of yards per carry, he has been pretty consistent, right? 4.6 yards per carry in his career. So I think that's pretty good number for a career average. So like I said, you got that 5'9" stocky frame, like a good blend of power and speed. I think he's going to be a good fit for the running backs that we already have in our running back room, Khalil Herbert and Roschon Johnson, and now adding a good third running back to the mix. And DeAndre Swift, obviously DeAndre Swift will be your number one back, but then you still have two solid backs behind him as well. So I think it's going to be a three-headed monster, and I think that was their idea. Knowing what Shane Waldron wants to do with this offense, you need a good dose of many good and different types of running backs, and that's what they just did for Shane Waldron. So this offense is going to be really exciting. Rob, how you doing, man? It says, love your podcast. Look forward to them daily. Keep up the good work. Bear down. Thank you so much, Rob, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Tiff says Ryan Poles doesn't reveal his strategies. Absolutely not. No one knew that the Bears were interested in DeAndre Swift. No one knew. Someone say, Keek, that's not true. We have to stop acting like just because you don't have a YouTube channel that people are not in the know. I honestly really wanted this kid instead of paying for the top running back. Yeah, like I said, maybe some people out there wanted DeAndre Swift, but like I know personally, I never even thought about DeAndre Swift. I know there's other people that didn't really think about DeAndre Swift and the interest that the Bears could possibly have in him. So Anthony says, keep up the great work, big dog. You the truth. Thank you so much thank Anthony for tuning in. Appreciate the love and support that you show. Keek on the mic. Chicago Sports Talk Michael says, I called it. I said we were going to get him. Good for you, Chicago Sports Talk Michael, for making that prediction. Like I said, I think it's a solid signing for the Chicago Bears. I really do. I think it's a solid ad for the team. Knowing what we're trying to build here in Chicago, I think he's 25. When healthy, he's electric. What we want to do on offense with Shane Waldron, I think it fits all the boxes, and he's probably also a really good leader and teammate as well. So I think he probably checks all the boxes for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. And now we got our guy. So any move that Ryan Poles makes from this point on, I trust him. I really do. I trust him. I think it's going to end up being a really solid move for the Bears. Someone said, good morning, bear down to you as well. I appreciate you tuning in. Someone said, Bears always signing B to C average free agents. Their mindset is to find the most position of need in the 4th through 7th round O-line. I think sometimes Ryan Poles is just kind of like a bargain shopper, right? Like he is just making sure that he gets the best bang for his buck. I think you could have went out and got Saquon Barkley, right? You could have went out and got Josh Jacobs, but those guys are obviously going to cost more than a guy like DeAndre Swift. And DeAndre Swift had a breakout year. So he's looking at the age, he's looking at the breakout season that he had last year. He's looking at the ceiling of DeAndre Swift as well. So there's many different factors. He's probably also looking at the person that DeAndre Swift is. I'm not saying that Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley are not good people or good teammates, but he's probably also looking at the character, the characteristics, and what he's heard about DeAndre Swift around the league. So he's probably checking all those boxes, and if he's really strong on this guy, he's gonna go out and get his guy. So whatever move Ryan Poles makes, I trust him from this point on. Someone said, I feel you actually made all the sense in the world. I just watching the interview with him, young, fast, and can catch out of the backfield and cheaper than Saquon and Josh. Yeah, I think that's what it came down to. And now you can address other areas of need as well. Of course, they wanted a running back, but now since you didn't break the bank on a running back, now you can go get Christian Wilkinson or something like that, right? You can go get other positions of need. So I think it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense to me. Someone said, I just think most of the fan base just follow the name and don't really understand the value of players. Don't have to be big names per se. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. They don't have to be big names. That is true. But there is, when you look at a guy like Saquon Barkley, when you look at a guy like Josh Jacobs, their stats speak for themselves. Of course, they have the name, but they've also been really productive. Especially Josh Jacobs has been really, really, really productive in his career. Miles 15 says, keep JF and go get a Dunze or Neighbors and a center and build depth in the draft. Definitely can be an option. Someone said, why? I know there's a lot of people saying, why did we need a running back? Why in the world did we go get a running back? Obviously, this has been going on for a while. See, like, for example, you have to understand that I think with Shane Waldron, of course, we still had Khalil Herbert. So of course, we still had Roshan Johnson. But with new offensive coordinator Shane Waldron, he needed a playmaking running back. And DeAndre Swift really fits that role, right? He really fits that role, and he's a playmaker. He's fast, he's physical, very shifty. And I think all those factors play in. Someone said, Keek, you've been on it with the breaking news, bro. You already know I love your content. Keep dropping fire content, bro. Yes, I appreciate you guys. I wanted to make sure I'm doing this today. I do know that my daughter has her very first dental appointment today at 1 p.m. So I'll probably be off, not doing a lot of content then. So hopefully not a lot of news breaks when I'm at my daughter's dental appointment. But when I get back, I'll definitely be dropping some more news, talking more about our free agent additions. But I feel like doing live streams is just a little bit better than doing recorded videos, especially during this time of year, because you can just break the news right away, interact with you guys right away. I'm gonna move on. So now we just wait. Now we just wait to see what other moves that the Chicago Bears make. Someone says, this mean the Bears will draft a rookie QB? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. This move can still be very well to build around Justin Fields, but it can also help a new rookie quarterback like Caleb Williams as well. Having a strong running game can help any quarterback, really. Doesn't really signal any direction. I know a lot of fans are going to complain about this move, but there's nothing to complain about. You support Ryan Poles' decisions. And like I said, there's some people in the chat saying, the only reason why Bears fans are unhappy because we wanted the big name. We wanted Saquon Barkley. We wanted Josh Jacobs. But at the end of the day, DeAndre Swift is a very good running back, ascending running back. He's 25 years old, coming off a career year, making his first Pro Bowl. So, what else can he reach? I think the ceiling is very high still for him. I like him. I really like DeAndre Swift. I like the move. Chicago Sports Talk Michael says, nightmare for quarterbacks. Let's sign Danielle Hunter. I would like that move. Maybe that's why they signed DeAndre Swift for a cheaper deal instead of going out and getting one of the big time running backs. Someone said, we appreciate the live streams. I appreciate you guys for coming on and supporting the live streams. I really do. Someone said Swift has 4.4 speed. Yes, he's a very quick and shifty running back. And obviously, like Khalil Herbert and Roshan Johnson, they're very much power backs. But I think now you have a speed back in there that's very shifty. So I think we have a good complement of 3 different running backs. So I'm excited to see what Shane Waldron does with all those guys. Someone said this signing is hard to grade. It could be. It definitely could be hard to grade. But all in all, like I said, I'm going to continue to trust Ryan Poles' decisions for the Chicago Bears. And that's all we can really do is trust his decisions. Now we just wait, honestly. We wait to see if Ryan Poles are going to make any more moves. And that's the big thing. What's Ryan Poles' next move going to be? What does this indicate for the Chicago Bears? Okay, we got our running back. Do we go out and get Christian Wilkins? Are we in discussions with all that stuff? A little bit more about Deandre Swift. Deandre Swift in 2023 was really special, Bears fans. He made his first Pro Bowl, his first 1,000-yard rushing season. He had over 1,000 yards rushing. He had 45 missed tackles forced and 23 explosive runs of 10 plus yards. So this is a very explosive back. I think it's going to be definitely a playmaker for the Chicago Bears. We can use him in many different ways. I like the move. I really do like the move, Bears fans. So once again, I do appreciate all you guys coming on. If you guys decided to come on and join my live stream, I do appreciate you guys. Make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you do me a huge favor, hit the like button as well. And make sure you hit the bell notification because there's going to be many, 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 many more breaking news right here on the podcast. But until we get any breaking news, I'm going to go ahead and hop off and continue to try to find more breaking news for you guys. So make sure you guys keep a lookout for Keek on the mic because I will be probably back on another live stream later today once another more breaking news drops. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you guys. And as always, bear down to every single one of you guys. See you guys later.